Mikki, it already feels quite a while ago that the Super League season ended, but how do you look back? Are you still proud of what the team achieved?
Yeah, I mean, it literally feels like forever ago. I cannot tell you how long and arduous the off-season period is, I guess. And all everyone says is, are you looking forward to a break? Like, no, you don't get there is no break. It does not exist. But yeah, no, obviously, upon reflection, I'm so proud of what we achieved last year and sort of the inroads that we made on court and off court. You know, there was a lot of talking this time last year when I took over this job about trying to breed a little bit of a better team culture and create a really good environment for players to be able to flourish, whether that's individually, as a team, as a person, as a netballer, and I really do believe that we've made some massive progressions in those areas, and I'm really proud of that. And I think that was that then helped what you saw on court as well at times. You know, it was pretty inconsistent, I think that's fair to say, but that's going to happen with a new team or me coming in and making such mass changes to things, so that's to be expected. But you know, we achieved some really brilliant things in my first season, which I'm really proud of, so yeah, bring on next year.
And it was an enjoyable first season as coach for you?
Yeah, everyone said to me, like midway through season or whenever I used to stop and chat to people, are you enjoying it? And I was like, to be honest, no. Like I found that a really hard question to answer, because when you're in it, there's so much to do. You wear so many different hats. You don't have time to stop and digest anything that's happening, let alone enjoy it, because you're just all systems go. Like as soon as something's done, you're thinking about the next thing or already planning 12 other things in the back of your mind. And yeah, it was chaos, to be quite honest. But upon reflection, again, now I've had some time to sit and look at it. Yeah, I loved it. I feel so blessed and lucky and grateful and all of those other adjectives to describe how rare I understand it is that I've got this opportunity in front of me, and as stressful as it is and a lot of nights you go without sleep and really long days, it's an amazing experience to be part of. So I really did enjoy it. The coaching side of it I absolutely love, and that's the part that I've really missed over the past few months, because obviously since the season finished it's just been all geared towards business, and as much as that is enjoyable, it's different. It's not what I know, it's not what I do, so I'll be looking forward to getting my teeth back into the coaching side of it with the group of girls.
And a lot of the off-season work is building a squad for 2020. There'll be announcements coming shortly, lots of familiar faces coming back, but inevitably also some departures as well. Yeah,
so I mean, we started the conversations around player signing sort of the day after the grand final. Everybody becomes fair game. So I mean, this has been a real sort of 3-4 month process leading up to the point we're at now. We're 90% done, which is amazing. I feel very happy and relieved to say that the majority of the work is done, because that is the most stressful time of the season. There's no two ways about it, because it is a real mass free-for-all in terms of every franchise, every player basically coming up for grabs again, and you have to go through the rigmarole of re-signing or speaking to new players, and yeah, it's stress for everybody in this position. So yeah, to say we're 90% done now is amazing, when this time last year we was nowhere near that. So I feel relieved that we're slightly ahead of the game. As you say, our plan was to really not change that much of the squad, because in an ideal world we'd love to keep the majority of the players the same, so that there isn't that much rebuild going on every year. And 2/3 of our squad this year are returners, which is amazing, and I'm very happy about that, and they can continue their Storm journey with us. But there are going to be some changes. You know, there's some athletes that have chosen to take a step away from the sport, to explore other avenues in their life, not just away from, or not just on the netball court, I should say. So that means that their journey with Storm will end, and that's disappointing, but we wish them all the best. And then there's obviously players that have been given opportunities overseas, or that have just decided to take opportunities at other teams for mass financial reasons, and of course, you know, it is what it is, and we wish them well. But that also means a couple of new signings for our fans and to work with me, which is hugely exciting. And I can honestly say that I have a real intense feeling about the team that we have together this year, the personalities that we have, the calibre of players that we've managed to band band together across the board, I think we're looking at a team that ambition should be driven towards that top 4.
And judging from what you've said there, the fans should share your excitement about what's to come.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, we're not silly, and I'd like to think that I'm not silly. You know, we've gone out and we've identified some key areas across the court that we thought needed bolstering from last season, and then we've identified a couple of key names in areas as a like-for-like switch. If we had to make that change, and you know, there's some names that are arguably bigger than what we had before. So yeah, as I say, we're hugely excited to work with the athletes that we've got. We've been speaking to them for months now, and all of them buy into me and our franchise and this brand and what it stands for. And I think there's nothing more important than ladies or athletes in general, who are willing to walk through the door and put their badge first. And that seems to be what we've got going forward. So, you know, we've spoke to them all in mass emails and groups, and made them well aware of when training starts, and be ready to die on court and start the harshness that is pre-season.
Are there any targets that you've set yourselves, or is it just about a determination to win the next game, whoever that may be, against them, put those fine margins that we spoke about so much next season, to turn them into Storm's favour?
Yeah, I mean, a bit of both at this point in time. Like, we're not even in training yet. We don't come into pre-season until September the 3rd. So I think we're a long way away from setting targets or goals. You know, I have my own ambitions, and I've made them clear to the playing group that we will have a Surrey Storm next year, and hopefully we're all on the same page about that, just to set the precedents nice and early. But you know, I think it's really hard to say without getting everybody in, getting a feel for the environment, getting a feel for each other first and foremost. So once we've done that, we'll then be really adamant about the goals we set. I'll outline how we're going to go about achieving that, the key role that every person plays in achieving those goals. So we'll look to do that, but that's probably going to be after we come in for pre-season, which is for Fast 5 first, and then we come in for Super League pre-season sort of November time. So we've got lots of time before we sit here and sort of start outlining those goals yet.
But your preparations are already well underway in terms of making sure that the team are ready for those 2 deadlines of October and February.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, as I say, like, I haven't had a break in terms of the planning and the business side of things. So literally since the day after the grand final, it's been all preparations geared towards this season: budgets, finances, sponsorships, venue hire, pre-season friendlies, ticket sales, everything that goes under the bracket of a franchise. So yeah, I'm really proud of the work that I and we have put in the past few months, and it's been really hard, it's been really busy, it's been a lot of juggling, I'll be really honest, in the midst of Netball World Cup and all other exciting things that have been going on. But that means that I can sit here now and say in August, or beginning of August, the franchise is in an amazing place, and there's lots of exciting things to come. And we're 6 months away from the season even starting, which is crazy to even think about.
We already can't wait. 6 months will fly by, so thank you very much. We'll see you soon.
Look forward to it.